Okay, so thank you, Akshita and Simran. So we'll start with Asteya, where she left us. So feeling of lack. First of all, we cannot remove the feeling of lack, but we can bring the feeling of Aishwaryam. Like, I have everything. God has blessed me with everything. Ye feeling leke aana hai. You have to bring this feeling of Aishwaryam. The more you feel like Aishwaryam is there, naturally you will share. Naturally you will share. You won't feel like, okay, I want to keep this, I want to keep this. No, itna diya hai Bhagwan ne, or naturally you will give. So whether it's food, whether it's your time, whether it's your knowledge, clothes, etc., share. Sharing is expanding. Okay. So the voice is clear, right? Yeah, it's coming from the external. Okay. So now we also need to understand that Asteya also indicates honesty. You have to be honest also. Like, you should be honest with yourself that whatever I have is given by God. So naturally I have to share. It's not that it is mine at any point of time. I am the mediator or the medium for things to go from my hand. This is another feeling that we need to, inculcate in our life. What we feel is, ye mera hai. Isme se I will give little. That already is a problem. When nothing is mine, it's being passed through me, then it's a smooth flow. Like where men are earning and women are at house, homemakers, whatever. And the constant feeling is there, Are yaar, I'm dependent on him, he's earning the money or whatever it is. We need to understand that that person is a medium for you all to be at home. Feel Aishwaryam, don't feel dependent. Anybody who is at home, feel ki wah, kya medium diya hai mujhe, jabardast. Tell him you can earn little more, I will support you because you are the medium. So support the earning members well so that they can earn for us because that is their role. That is their role. Let them earn. So when similarly, we are the medium for different reasons. Now, suppose both of them are making money, then still each one is a medium for something or the other. That's in the family. But once you step out of the family, also think, what are you a medium for? Never think that, I'm the boss, I'm this, I'm that, this is my business, this, whatever. Don't think like that. So the best solution is think that I'm the medium. That way, Aishwaryam is natural. That will make Aishwaryam natural. Now, suppose I say, okay, this is my story, or this is my knowledge, or this is my joke, or this is my poetry, then we are messed. Like there was a time when there was some poetries which I was putting on the blog and somebody said, hey, you better, uspe kya karna hai, something they said to make it your private thing and people cannot, yeah, you can unmute.
It's copyright.
I think, copyright. Yeah, copyright. I said, why do we need to copyright a poetry on the blog? They said, no, they will use it in their name. I said, that's their problem. That's their problem. I have no business in that. What I felt like sharing. So I just put it there. Now who wants can take. If they are in honesty, if they are in Asteya, they will say that this poetry was taken from this blog and that's why we are reposting it. But if they don't want to be in Asteya, who are we to, point it out? There's no reason. So there is no requirement as such to feel that this is mine. This is happening through me. So here also Asteya will help. So then naturally borrowed ideas, we have to give the credit to whoever we took the idea from. It's not for them, it's for us. It's for us to be in honesty. So honesty becomes part of us there. That's why it becomes part. If anybody is going to chat, let me know. I'll keep the chat box open on the side. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, now you can write whatever you want. Now, also remember that when I pick something, somebody's work, okay, it could be like, even if it's a recipe, okay, somebody gave me a recipe, we should make sure that when we repost that recipe, we should say that this I give credit to my aunt or my neighbor or somebody, just one sentence, because they may never read it, but we feel good. Okay, we took it from here and we gave them the credit. So then we are free of the, the borrowing. And also when we borrow too much, what happens is we lose our originality. So we have to remember that it's very beautiful to pick quotes from all over the world and Instagram and then repost it. It's beautiful. I'm not saying don't do it, but sometimes write your own. Because borrowed ideas are never yours. It is never ours. We feel very much attuned to it. Yeah, kya mast hai. Because samajh mein aa gaya. Even I feel the same. So when you feel the same, write and see how you actually feel. So always your originality and honesty. Ye do haste mein surprisingly it comes. Also allowing your inner intelligence to flower. Because the more I feel that, okay, इसका भी ले लेंगे चलेगा क्या फर्क पड़ता है वो था ना न्यूज़पेपर में वो जरा कोट निकाल दे ये वाला था वो निकाल so you're not using anything of yours everything is यहाँ का वहाँ का लिया हो so always use your own so shouldn't we take we should hear people we should read people but understand that it's a beautiful aspect of their thinking or their opinion or their whatever flowering. Where am I in this? How attuned I am to that? And what is my calling? How do I feel about it? Is it like perfectly same or little different? Am I on the same branch or same space or whatever? Am I on a different branch? We have to find out which flower are we. So that if we are too much into stay like holding on to other people, other things, time, etc., we miss our train. So be very careful about us there. That's how we miss we get all the jewels they have written in this, that's the Ishwaryam in this. So the more we give, the more rich we are. So learn to give. We have to share. Now there is one story, like there is a man, very poor man, okay, just a woodcutter. He stays on a hill. So every morning he'll come down, he'll go to the jungle, he'll cut the wood, sell it in the market, and little money he'll get, he'll buy something. Each time when he goes, he sees a huge lion, which is made of stone. And he will, whatever food he has, little bit of food he'll put in the mouth, and the mouth is open, okay? The lion, he'll put some food in the mouth of the lion and go, like a duty every day. With little he has, that also he will share. And then he'll go back home. So this continues for a while. One day what happens, he's very tired, but he says, no, I have to feed the lion. Like we feed the birds and all these. So he goes, he takes a little bit of the food that he has and puts it in the mouth of the lion. Now the lion speaks. He says, you're an honest man. Woodcutter, you're a very honest man. What I'll do is, you do one thing. I have a lot of gold in my stomach. So what you have to do is put your hand in my mouth and take as much as you want. So the woodcutter says, okay, I will come tomorrow and do it. So he goes home. Next day when he comes and while going back, he says, I'll take little and go. So then he puts the hand, that time the lion says, there's only one rule, that if the sun sets, then my mouth will close. So take only as much as possible. So the woodcutter says, no issues. He just puts one time his hand in the mouth and just a handful, he puts it in a small pouch and he leaves. Now he is a rich man because he got gold. Imagine a woodcutter having no food, suddenly has a handful of gold. It's too much for him. So the neighbor comes to know. Problem is the neighbor is already rich. He has a big house and everything. Still he says, from where you got this gold? So he tells the whole story. Now next day there's like a kid story, but so much moral in it. So he goes now and this guy goes back and he doesn't go again to take the gold. But the rich guy says, I'll also go to the lion. So he takes some food from his house, goes to the lion and puts some food in the mouth. So now the lion says, okay, because you have given me food, I have to give you something in return. I have gold in my stomach. So if you want, you can take it. So the man says, I'm going to come tomorrow. So he says, okay. So next day, this guy goes in the morning only and takes a huge bag, okay, huge bag. And then he starts putting the gold in that. Problem is, by the time he's filling the bag, and big bag means maybe, I don't know how many kilos he had brought, kitna bada bag tha. He keeps filling and the sun sets. Sun sets and his hand goes in, the mouth closes, clomp, khatam. So then he loses his hand. And he loses a lot of things along with that also, because the gold doesn't remain gold after that. So the whole problem here is greed. Even if it is gold, he lost his hand. So greed is what is the problem. Now, because the lion said, take as much as you want, this fellow kept on taking. There is no limit. There is no limit to greed. In fact, he was more conjuice, more, he was not giving guy, actually. So the more we have, we need to check, are we, less giving? And the less we have, are we more giving? Sometimes it happens like that. When we go to a village, there is a story I read somewhere that, roadside, okay, there's a rich man in a car who is driving by. And then there is a roadside hutman's type thing in a village, They're a couple, husband and wife, they're making bhakri, which is very famous in Maharashtra. So big jawar or bajra, whatever they were using, and making bhakri. Now the man in the car is going slow because of some work going on. So the man looks out and his mouth waters. He's a very rich man. So he says, my God, ऐसा भाकरी खा के तो जमाना हो गया, 20-30 साल हो गया. Suddenly almost tears he has in his eyes. He says, I want to taste that bhakri because this I won't get in a hotel, 100%. So he says, okay. Somehow his driver parks the car, he gets down, he goes and asks them. It's a very poor couple. They have limited bhakris. Like if to husband, wife, 2 children means they will have only 4 roti, 4 bhakris only. Out of that, he goes and says, I will give you any money, but give me 1 bhakri out of this. They are saying, Are Baba, they clean some stone there and ask him to sit down. And they say, you take the bhakri. They give all the 4. They give all the 4 bhakris to him, and they had only that much. And that's the big heart of these people who are not actually having a lot of food also. It's so strange that they were ready to sleep hungry, but they gave the 4 bhakris to him. So he tasted half, the rest he packed and he took it. They gave a cloth in which he packed and he went in the car. Next day, he gave them money and all that stuff. That's later on wala story. But at that point, when he goes to give money also, they say, for this, we can never take money. This is what is our food. We cannot take money for this. We can't. So then he buys some gifts and some biscuits and something for the children. So this is the heart we need to have. This is where the Asteya will work. Absolutely. Even aparigraha comes under this only. We cannot be holding so much. We have to share. Not keep, thoda sa diya, maine thoda diya. No, we will learn to share openly. What jo bhi hai, sab mil baat ke khayenge. Sab mil baat ke le lenge. Kind of thing should come from within us. So being practical, you need to do what needs to be done. I'm sure some of you will say, fir kya kare, ghar bhi baat de, gold. It's not about kiske naam pe hai. It's about how much we're sharing, how much we're ready to give, and how much we feel it's mine. So because we are on the path, we need to think again and again. Am I holding too much? Do I need this? Keep thinking this. With this, we'll go to next one, which is brahmacharya. What is brahmacharya? It's a very interesting thing. What all of you think is brahmacharya? Come on, at least put it in the chat box.
I think brahmacharya is, as you mentioned, sometimes it's not about being in celibacy. I feel, in my opinion, it's more like doing things in moderation and having some certain standards towards yourself, that not overindulging into things, I want to say.
100%.
So for me, this is brahmacharya. That's what I could understand when you explain. Yeah.
Yes. She's perfectly right. It's not about overdoing anything. Okay? So if you start off, you will not know where you will be as far as brahmacharya is concerned, because every aspect of our life, there has to be brahmacharya. First of all, what we thought was brahmacharya is, first we'll understand, walking on the path of divine is the actual translation. Okay, or walking like the divine. Both are brahmacharya. Brahman mein charya, chalna. But then we became like, Arey, I have to be pure. I have to be celibate. I can't touch anyone. I can't eat this. I can't eat what a woman has prepared, because though vashikaran ho jayega, she'll attract me, and all this nonsense was spread around everywhere, and they forgot what is brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is nothing to do with suppression, absolutely nothing to do with suppression. Brahmacharya is understanding that there should be no leakage of energy. No leakage of energy. We all function because there is some energy we have. We eat food. Why? We need energy. We drink water. We need energy. We sleep so that we can, regain the energy. To do what? To work, to do whatever we need to do in our life. So even we need to just sit and survive, we need energy. Energy leakage is happening in so many ways, so many ways. The first simplest way is talking. We thought I'm celibate, but the whole day I can keep talking. Gaya, energy leakage. Overeating, energy leakage. Overindulging in anything is energy leakage. So whatever needs to be done has to be done. But especially when we think like a lot of Western concepts came in where we thought aish karo is not brahmacharya. Technically, aish karna means you're going overboard. Overboard in every aspect of life. Even if it's about, no, I have to work. Without me, the company will close. So morning to night, I'll be working. That is not brahmacharya. Absolutely no. When person witnesses self and being aware of his actions, intentions, etc., does that also come under brahmacharya? 100%, Mitesh. When a person witnesses the self, definitely he'll become aware of his actions and intentions. So naturally, he is that is self-control. That is different compared to suppression. Suppression is, mujhe kuch karna hai, lekin because the rule book is saying I can't do, I will suppress it. No, you should have an intelligence which says, this is not the time. This is not the place. There are so many things we do in the wrong times. There is a time and a place and a thing for everything. Nowadays, kabhi bhi, kuch bhi, kidhar bhi, sab kuch, A to Z. Okay, all the senses, everything, we are messing it up. That's the least I can say. We are messing up. कुछ भी देखना, टीवी कितने टाइम देखना चाहिए बोलो? Aren't we leaking the energy? आधा घंटा 1 घंटा देख सकते, दिन भर हम लोग टीवी देखते हैं, खलास उसमें एनर्जी खत्म. फिर अच्छा नहीं, लेकिन मैंने पूरा दिन आध्यात्म देखा. अरे कुछ भी देखा, लेकिन तुम्हारा होश किधर था? Like Mitesh says, if I am not witnessing, if I am not aware, even this talk I will lose energy. When we are talking, first of all, the person, a yogi who is a brahmacharya, in brahmacharya, will reduce his speech. जितना जरूरी है तोल मोल के उतना सा बोलेगा, उतना ही बात करना है. अच्छा, जब भी when you are giving the talk, what happens? We have to function from zero. जो काटा रहता है ना, the scale, we have to bring it at zero. Come, center yourself and then start the talk. Otherwise, naturally we'll be drained. Naturally we'll be drained. The energy will be drained. It's very natural. Now also, certain physical changes will be there. Physically, like when we talk, there'll be some throat pain or maybe dryness in the throat, which is a physical reaction. But it is still in brahmacharya if you're functioning from zero. But at a workplace and all, we are unaware usually, and we just keep talking. We start depleting our energy. That is the talk part of it. When we talk about others, he iska, uska, wo tension, ye tension, continuous discussion of a lot of things, that starts depleting our energy. So what should we do? Nothing. We are still not in brahmacharya. First, what we need to understand, which is cool. We are not saying ki hum sab brahmachari. No, it's cool. But if we are aware, then we'll reduce the usage of words. The lesser we speak, the fewer words we use, more we retain the energy in the workplace. Workplace me, if you can just say, somebody says, sir, should we send this mail? You can say yes. Or you can say, yes, we have to send it. And then this and that. Khatam. 10 minutes खाली फुक्कट अपना एनर्जी डाल दिया. ठीक है, क्या पूछा था, ये मेल भेजना है, यस, हो गया, बात खत्म. Now in the kitchen or पति पूछ रहे checkbook किधर है, अरे उधर ही रखा था दिखाई नहीं, इतना क्यों बोलना है, उधर है कबर्ड में राइट साइड में, बात खत्म. Story is closed. We are unnecessarily making paragraphs out of words. That is energy leakage. So be very, very smart. Very, very think it's like money. सोचो कि मेरा पैसा जा रहा है, हर शब्द में मेरा पैसा जा रहा है. अभी तुम लोग कितना बोलोगे? For every word you speak, you have to give 10 rupees. Suppose. How much you will speak? Think like that. That language will understand. Now suppose I say that if you speak 200 words, you have to pay 200 rupees. You will say, yes, boss. बस खत्म है, चुप बैठेंगे. किसको 200 रुपए देना? 20 रुपए देके बात खत्म. So for every word, if we think that okay, this weighs this much, then you will not throw it like that. That was the words part. Nisha has written something. A doubt last time you said when we share, we get in abundance. What if we keep giving but never get anything? Is it? Where are you? Is it? Is it we going wrong somewhere by sharing and not getting in return? I'm talking about love and care for a person, not materialistic. Yes, you're going wrong. Because when you give, you've given it. There is no accounting there. The minute you feel मैंने इतना दिया और मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिला, that means already you kept some account in your head that मैं सुबह से या 10 साल से या 5 साल से उसको प्यार करती हूँ या उसको I'm caring. Like suppose I'm caring for my mother and my mother doesn't care for me. I'll say अरे यार since I've born, or my mother will say since she's born I'm taking care of her, but she doesn't pay attention to me. Then there is a lot of accounting. The minute there is accounting, then there is no, the give and take is over there only. So just keep giving and forget about it. Don't even think about it because you're the medium. If you function as a medium, then the accounting is gone and naturally you will feel loved. Maybe not from the same person. The person you're loving and caring, my dear, may not be reciprocating, but maybe you're receiving that same love from me. Or maybe more in abundance. I hope so. So we feel कि यहाँ से दिया तो मुझे यहीं से आना है, ऐसा नहीं होगा. It's like मैंने HDFC से निकाला था तो मुझे उसी ने वहीं से आना चाहिए. ICICI में भंडार पड़ा है, हम लोग देख नहीं रहे, मेरा ध्यान उसी पे है, वहां अटक गए. Okay, so yeah, you will get. किधर से तो मिलेगा 100%, but we can't guarantee कहाँ से आए. Okay. Mitesh is saying, I feel there's nothing wrong or right in this. When you are sharing, one shouldn't expect anything in return, neither materialistic return. Part shouldn't be our concern. Aaya, nahi aaya. I feel grace plays an important, just what I feel. Yeah, superb. All this is superb. But remember that फिर भी आएगा. But वही द्वार से नहीं आएगा. कोई और द्वार खुला पड़ा है और वहां से आ ही रहा है, लेकिन हमको उस तरफ देखने को कभी कभी टाइम मिल रहा है. लेकिन जो द्वार में हम दे रहे, हम वहां पे झंडा गाड़ के बैठ गए, तू ही दे मेरे को. So that is where the problem is happening. So just give and just think that भगवान मेरे को दे देगा. See, I'll tell you, you must have helped people. That same person will never help you back. Somebody else will help you when you are in need. 100% this is our experience. So then this is the same with everywhere else. Everywhere else it's the same. Okay?
I
so
think
what is... Yeah.
Sorry. I
No
think
problem.
in Nisha's context, I would just like to add up here one sentence that I think we learned with you, or we heard with you, that we are the ones, we are always trying to give names to all different relations or people we meet. And when we do something for them, we feel that, oh, she's my aunt, I did this for her. And unconditionally, if we just don't think that, oh, she's my aunt, or she's my uncle or brother, sister, friend, and just do that thing, then the hurt will not be there because you just did it. So that is another way which she may try, not giving an identity to that particular relation and just doing things, and in return, it may also come back from that relation itself.
Yes. So zero expectations.
Yes.
Yeah, which will reduce the hurt naturally. But still you will get कोई ना कोई द्वार से आएगा, शायद like राधिका says वही द्वार से भी आता है, कभी कभी आता है, कभी कभी नहीं आता है. Because sometimes ना किसी किसी के साथ we have taken a lot in some life. And this is a returning point for us in this life for that person. but still God is kind enough to balance it out by हम लोग को और तो you're doing it right, so you're going to get it from somewhere करके it will start coming, it will start flowing to you. Only thing is we need to be more open कि कहाँ से भी आए मुझे चलेगा. It's like money.
One of my Maharaji said that once we were there and Maharaji said something was going on in this context and he said आपको जिंदगी में एक बात याद रखनी है कि या आप किसी से कुछ वसूल करने आए हो या आप किसी को कुछ देने आए हो. सो अगर आपसे कोई कुछ ले रहा है तो इट मीन्स कि आपने उसका देना है, एज यू सेड, कि किसी लाइफ का. और अगर आपको किसी से मिल रहा है इट मीन्स कि you have given it so much that you are getting it. And I would relate it to your example what you said in the beginning. If anybody is a housewife, तो as a housewife अब आपका वो वसूली वाला टाइम चल रहा है जो महाराज जी ने बताया कि यहाँ आप वसूल करने आते हो या आप किसी को देने आते हो. So these are the two things which my Guruji said and I always have this in my mind.
Yes, perfect it is, because unnecessarily we are feeling low, you know, कि अरे यार मुझे I'm dependent for last 25 years on my husband and always he's showing it to me. That's his problem. उसको देना ही है अपने को, उसको choice नहीं है, उसको ही देना ही है ये चीज. And suppose you're giving love or care or taking whatever you're doing, वो हमको करना ही है. There is no choice. So each of us, even with the time, you know, time का भी रहता है. Some couples or some people ना जिसके साथ जितना टाइम का लेना देना है उतने टाइम तक ही we can be related. After that the person separates, leaves or just leaves us totally. We really don't know. जिसके साथ जितना वक्त बिताना है वो we will spend and we will take the time. So somebody used to tell me, I took a lot of your time. I said, it's not our choice. To a large extent, it's not our choice because ye time ka lena dena is there. So it's being, shared. It's okay. The point is we need to remember where we are and what we are doing. Awareness will help, like Mitesh has written. So now, the yogi, see, it's all about chastity. It's about clean thought. Brahmacharya is also about clean thought. It's not about feeling anything that you feel is uncomfortable for you. Okay? So whatever the uncomfortable kahan se aa rahe, wo bhi check karo. Is it society that is saying it's uncomfortable or your inner voice says it's uncomfortable? They're two different things. Society has a set rules. But if you are uncomfortable from within, then you have to take a call. Whatever it is, you have to say, this is not comfortable for me. So ahimsa will come here also. You have to be very, very careful. And where you're comfortable, where you feel it's very natural, you should flow. So be in very, intelligence बहुत जरूरी है. मन के चक्कर में बह मत जाना. Because man will never be satisfied with little bit what we do. Man will say, एक पिक्चर हो गया, ये दूसरा लगा, तीसरा लगा, सुबह से शाम पिक्चर चलते रहेगा या सीरियल चालू रहेगा, खत्म ही नहीं होएगा. ये मन का चक्कर है, ये ब्रह्मचर्य नहीं है. So brahmacharya is safeguarding in a locker the energy that we have. Even I used to say, people, we are doing meditation in the morning, we are doing prayers in the morning, we are doing kriyas, we are doing sadhana, so many things. And then we step out of the house, or maybe in the house only start blasting, shouting, or maybe getting upset, crying, whatever. Everything is draining the energy. Everything. So then क्या करना है? हाथ पे हाथ धरे बैठना है तो सोचने लगोगे. सोचने में सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी ड्रेन होता है, पत्ता भी नहीं चल रहा है. बोले ए मौनी बाबा है, मुंह ही नहीं खोलते, एकदम शांत जबरदस्त, और मन में चल रहा फटाकड़ी, थाड़ थाड़ थाड़, ऑल फायर क्रैकर्स गोइंग ऑन इन द माइंड. एनर्जी ड्रेन उधर हो रहा है. इनफैक्ट शायद 2 शब्द बोल देते तो नहीं होता. So it's about very heightened awareness. Where is my money going? Change the word energy to money and you will be more smart. So no, I don't want to waste my energy here. I don't want to lose my energy here. It will come very naturally. So another thing is where you need, like you really need to talk. Maybe like now we have 1 hour talk, or wherever you need to talk, in office, maybe in a conference, you have to present something. आधा घंटा 1 घंटा बात करना है. Try to calm down and come to zero. In your mind, in your head, come to a point where you are very much balanced. And then you start speaking. That time you will notice that you will weigh your words. So very important words, only sentences will come out. And then you'll also be feeling very calm and peaceful, because inside you are very much at zero. So leakage is not there. Unaware, whenever you are, leakage is maximum. This is applicable to all our actions. Whether it's eating food, I ate only one roti. I am in brahmacharya, but I ate it in half minute. Khatam. Brahmacharya idhar hi khatam ho gaya. So this is so strange that where and all we are getting caught actually. Just imagine, if we are walking on the path of yoga, or if we are thinking, some of us may be thinking we want to become a yogi, at least, in that way. Married hokar bhi you can be a yogi. You don't have to be a celibate. मैं ब्रह्मचारी हूँ, मैं शादी नहीं करूँगा, करूँगी, whatever. That's okay. That's a choice. But नहीं करते हुए भी energy leakage होता है. हर एंगल से, हर सेंस से होता है. So then what I'll suggest is, if you feel that you need to marry, you need to have a partner, go ahead and do. If you feel you want to work or open a company, whatever you want to do in your life, do. Complete awareness में कि कहाँ कहाँ कितना energy जा रहा है. If a namaste will do, say only namaste. क्या यार कैसा है, आगे बोल, और बताओ और बताओ और बताओ, इसमें और बताओ बताओ में हम लोग का एनर्जी ड्रेन हो रहा है. जरूरत नहीं है इतना बताने का भी. Sometimes actually learn to practice silence. Now all of you who are working in a meeting, just try जितना जरूरी है उतना ही बात करो, silent रहो, मजा देखो. How many people want to talk and have fun? Because you'll see that everybody wants to talk. And then you listen to everybody. Listening may be energy leakage, drain ho jata hai, because it is draining, because you don't want to listen. Listening maybe you have to center yourself. Only then, like मैं अध्यात्म का सुन रहे हैं, थोड़ा यहाँ सुन रही है, थोड़ा वहाँ ध्यान है, थोड़ा यहाँ सुन रही है, थोड़ा वहाँ ध्यान. That's complete. Like it's a tap open with a bucket with a hole. From morning to night, I was listening to spirituality, but my bucket had a hole. So सुबह से सुन के बाहर जा रहा था. It was all going out. So I have retained barely anything. I have retained, but barely anything. It was like a pass. It was coming and going. These are very challenging and very interesting at the same time, because now we have an aspect of brahmacharya that we really need to understand. And not think I am a brahmachari. That's okay. We need not claim at all. But we are trying to walk on the path of brahmacharya, and we are working towards becoming a yogi. So there will be no energy drain, no energy leakage. So weigh your words. Check where you are speaking, how much you are speaking. So what you will say, from now on, I will not speak only. That doesn't work. You have to speak where you have to speak. Then now what to do? Shouldn't I do something? No, we all need to do everything, but understanding from what space I need to operate and how much I need to say. Sometimes same thing we keep repeating, and we see सामने वाले का अंदर कुछ नहीं जा रहा है, and we start draining internally. No need to drain. It was you were the medium to say, बात खत्म, बोल के खत्म करना है. So then the doership has to be dropped. Okay, a brahmachari is one who can do a lot of things, like Krishna used to say in Gita also, effortlessly. Effortlessly. When you see a person is taking effort to do something, brahmacharya is not there. When you see the person is doing a lot of work, but you can't see the effort in it, ऐसा लग रहा है क्या आराम से कर रहा है, कितना आराम से हो रहा है. ये जो आराम से होना है इस ब्रह्मचर्य. So whether you're talking, eating, cooking, dancing, whatever you do, when it is a smooth, even yogasana, when we are struggling, then we can understand that, okay, I'm not yet in brahmacharya, I'm struggling. But when you do it very smoothly, everything, even the struggle part of it happens very smoothly, effortlessly, that time we need to understand that brahmacharya ka palan ho raha hai. Actually, this person is walking in brahmacharya. So it's a very challenging thing for us. We need to work on this, everyone. Suppression is out of question. Suppression is not brahmacharya at all. So then what to do? Indulge? No. No indulging. Indulging means anything, like, as I say, मुरली जी always says, लड्डू सामने रखा है प्लेट भर के तो सब नहीं खाते. You have to eat one and then wait and then see, do I need the other one? No, maybe tomorrow. That's brahmacharya. Like even Radhika said, moderation. Moderation is brahmacharya. Moderate in everything, even in your physical act, okay, even in your sexual activity, whatever it is, marriage hai. So then also, ye nahi ki you are all the time involved in all those things. Not necessary. That is not brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is loving, about loving everyone. If you're loving everyone, then it's natural. Everything, every action happening through you is because of love. So be very careful in your action. Children also, like Ritika is joined right with us in her uniform. So sweet of her. She didn't waste time in changing the uniform also. So that's commitment. So the point here is that even when you're studying, like anybody who is studying also, when you're studying also, bring your awareness, bring your focus, and then study. Otherwise, if your mind is scattered, for studying one answer, which can take 5 minutes maximum, will take you 50 minutes. And still it will not go in your head. I'll tell you very simply. Generally, there is some editing I do. I've been doing for a magazine, spiritual magazine for last 10, 15 years. So what happens is they send articles, I have to edit, proofread and image vagara dalo. A lot of interesting stuff happening there. So the thing is, there are times when my mind may not be centered. And the minute I open the article, one article to edit, I take 1 hour sometimes. And if I'm totally centered, in 5 minutes, the article is done. With 100 mistakes, I can correct. That's only if the mind is centered. If the mind is scattered, I'll read, then second time I read, this mistake I didn't see, this mistake. So we have to keep doing it again and again. So anybody who is correcting papers, who is a teacher, or who is checking mails, or whatever you're doing, you will have to read and reread and reread if you're not centered. क्या लिखा था वापस पढ़, क्या लिखा था वापस पढ़, क्यों? क्योंकि ध्यान नहीं पड़ा, ध्यान से नहीं पढ़ा. So energy leakage happened because one thing which could have been done in 2 minutes took me 20 minutes. So there I lost my energy. All we need to do is center. All you need to do is bring awareness. Okay. Another thing is we need to be very careful of where we disperse our energy. Okay, think of it as if it's money. Okay, now I disperse the money. Disperse your money thinking it's, disperse your energy thinking it is money. Now you'll be more careful because you can't just throw. If I have to sign 10,000 rupees ka check, how many times I will think? I won't say 10,000 really. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. But 10,000 शब्द बोलने के लिए एक क्षण भी नहीं सोचना पड़ता है. For so many things, we are not thinking at all. Fatafat, we are dispersing. So now, first of all, lock yourself. So no energy leakage, first of all. Second is, whatever is happening through me, I'm not the doer. I'm the medium. So let it come and go, but I am staying unaffected. Remember this, okay? With this, you can collect some energy within. See, brahmacharya was basically, okay, why they said celibacy? Why they said no sexual activity? Why they said do not go in relationships with others? Because they wanted us to retain our vital energies. The vital energies that all of us have has to be retained and not leaked out. So that's why they said no relationship. Sab jama karo aur usko chadao, energy ko chadao. So that when the energy rises to the heart, you will feel love for everyone. When it rises above, it will come to your intuitive center. Then you will be like, getting so many siddhis. And this is how we start, raising the energy by gathering it. We were supposed to gather the energy so that the energy is raised, whatever we call as kundalini or whatever. But generally I say, raise your energy. To raise, we need the energy, na? सुबह मैंने कमाया meditation से, दिन भर में मैंने खत्म कर दिया. Then what? How is it going to raise? Always we are working at deficit. Always. So night before sleeping, also if you can, see how you can, gather some energy before you sleep. Like maybe you can listen to some chanting, You can chant yourself in your mind, some mantra, or just sit quietly and do some meditation, feel very peaceful and then go to sleep. So that way you're slept with some good energy with yourself. And in the morning, anyway, you have regained, because whatever I lost because of the work, I regained. The body has regained the energy. So no worries, I regain my energy in the morning. Now what I do? Chalu karo. I've opened the tap and start dispersing. So before you start dispersing in the family also, get up early, sit with yourself, meditate actually. Actually sit and calmly meditate, do yogasanas and don't do aerobics. Do calm yogasana, shanti se karo, so that again you gather energy. Be very aware, don't waste the energy. That is brahmacharya. That's very important. Surya, you want to ask something? No? I felt so, I don't know. So remember this, that no dissipation. Dissipation is where you are leaking, no dissipation. Enough energy needs to be collected for it to rise to the heart. All of us who have heard about chakras want to open our chakras. And do what? Okay, we go to some person, chakra सब खोल के दे दिया, ठीक है? अभी क्या करना है? उसमें कुछ चाहिए ना? Or to fill it with something. Energy centers, chakras are what? They are energy centers. They're just, they're going chakra. It's going around like this. So what happens is we have 7 centers for energy, is what they say, 7 chakras. So what are these? These are energy wheels going like this. Okay. So the energy passes through those chakras and then flows out. So the energy wheels have energy in it. But if there are too many blockages, any guru, any Bhagwan is giving me energy, it comes rukavat ke liye khed hai, then thoda fir wapas ek road block, fir wapas. That is where our chakras are today. So even if God himself is showering energy and grace, we don't have enough space in our chakras. It's taking long time to reach from one chakra to another. That is the energy block. We have blocked it. With what? With our own impressions. So what we do by yogasana, pranayama is we release those blocks. As soon as you start releasing those blocks, suddenly you feel, today I'm feeling very energetic. Yeah, what happened? We release some blocks and now the water or the energy or whatever is going smoothly. It's moving. It's moving and you feel that, oh, I'm feeling really good after doing 1 hour of yoga. Yeah, because some blocks opened. So these are the blocks that we need to work on. So when they say chakra opening, they will open, but then next day it will close again. Because finally they are just going like this, like a round circle, like this, and the other will come like this. All are circles moving constantly. And there shouldn't be any blocks. Free flowing energy. After that, that's naturally brahmacharya. Because you're downloading, uploading. Downloading from Paramatma, bahar dal do. You're not keeping anything, but still all the time, all your energy centers are full of energy. It's like a tap which is unending water. The source is never ending. It's full. If you've opened up to the source, but you have blocks, you are no longer a good medium. You have to be a good medium. To be a good medium, you need all the blocks open. And once the blocks are open and you are getting directly from the source, you're not losing your energy at all. That is the zero that I was mentioning. Need to function from zero space means upar se aa raha hai, Paramatma is giving me, flowing out of me. I'm just a medium. All my centers are open. So the energy passes through me and moves outside for people. No energy leakage because it was not mine. Now what we are doing is I meditated and I gathered my energy. That my is already there. And now how can I give? Now I will not give. That is where the problem happens. Okay. Asteya, aparigraha. All this comes from here only. All are together. For this, we will continue this. So even food and all, be very careful. No overeating, nothing. Because time, we are losing out on time also. One thing I'll tell you is these Ashtanga, what we say, are also called as steps, but they are also part of the same thing. Okay, all the limbs working together. So all the limbs, like whether it is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi is 8, but we have 10 already. Yama Niyama is already 5 plus 5, 10. So when you think like that, you have a lot to do, but all will function together. All need to function together. So now there is a man, okay? He is, he's actually seeking truth. He says, I'm seeking truth. So somebody tells him there is a well there at the end of the village. There's no water. But whatever you speak into the well will reply back. It will give you an answer. It will tell you the truth. He's very excited. He goes there and he, bends and he speaks to the well. He says, I'm seeking the truth. I'm seeking the truth. Please answer me. Now what the well says is, you go to the village corner, okay? There is a shop which is wood. There are 3 shops there. Go there and you'll get the answer. Now this man is excited. Okay, let me see. He runs to the village corner. There are 3 shops there. One is wood, one is metal, selling metal, okay, selling wood, and one is selling wire, okay, wires. So there is wires, wood, and metal. He says, what is this well? Somebody cheated me. What are these 3 shops going to do to me? Tell me the truth. He's very disappointed, very, very disappointed. He then goes on his path seeking truth, goes many, many places seeking truth. And one day he's very tired and he sits under a tree, simply thinking, I'll never get the truth, And then suddenly he hears this sound of sitar. Somebody is playing a sitar, okay, in the village somewhere. He's so drawn to the sound, he just, walks in that direction. Then he sees somebody is playing the sitar so beautifully, and suddenly he is realized the wood, the wire, and the metal, all 3 combined together became a sitar. And the bliss he got, or the peace he felt, was coming from the sound of the sitar. So then he realized that all combined together, all 3 combined together gave me peace. So like that, when you combine all the yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, all this combined together is what is leading to samadhi naturally. It is going to lead us to one place. Okay, I'll practice the yamas. Now I'm done with it. Now I'll go to niyamas. I need not practice the yamas. No. It's like first step, say I went to second step. Why should I go back to first step? No, I am already reaching dharana. I don't want to go into yamas. All this attitude is not at all required, because the sitar is not a sitar without the wood. Sitar is not a sitar without the metal. Sitar is not a sitar without the strings, the wires. All things are needed, and the player is also needed. Only then the bliss is happening. So the combination of everything is Ashtanga, not 1, 2, this, that, no. Okay, so with this, we'll close the session. So Brahmacharya was quite taxing, and till Sunday, all of us can think and check, am I in Brahmacharya? Is there a leakage? Am I losing something? Keep thinking of this, okay? And don't say, oh, I lost energy. Think I lost money. Then you will be more careful, okay? Very, very conjuice with your energy. Yet sharing. Yet we have to share, because it's not mine. It's not mine. I have to work on myself as an instrument, so that the source becomes very clear to me. I receive from the source, I become the medium, and then I, give out everything that is coming through me, because it no longer belongs to me. I'm only a channel. All my chakras are a channel for the source to flow through to the world outside. So everything that goes from me now, I'm not losing anything, because it's not mine. Direct from source to source. I'm only a medium. This is where we need to function from. Not that मैंने थोड़ा जमा किया मैं थोड़ा देगी. This is where we'll all go wrong. So to get from the source also, we are getting from the source, all of us right now. But the point is, we have not worked enough on the instrument. So start working on the instrument. Oil it, water it, feed it, take care of it, do all the yamas. Be careful about it, so that you can be a free-flowing medium without having to worry that mera kuch chala jayega and I'll be drained. Okay? I hope the point is very clear, right? Okay. So who is going to say the Shanti mantra? Nisha, are you typing something? I know. Okay. So we'll take the questions next time then. Okay. And we'll go into a little bit of aparigraha before we step into niyamas. Okay. Shanti mantra, quickly. Who's up? If nobody, Surya, are you going to say the Shanti mantra? Yes. Say anything that you want.
All right. Fine, all right. Eyes closed with a gentle smile on your face. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. To the Divine Supreme Father, Divine Mother, and all the Holy Masters, spiritual gurus, saints, and great ones, thank you for your priceless blessings and all your knowledge and wisdom. Today we gather and all your blessing to continue in this path with gratitude, respect, and love in full faith. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Surya, for the lovely message. So, yes, with full gratitude to every master, all the saints, like he said, all of you, stay blessed. Love you all and see you all soon. Bye bye. Stay blessed.